بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات الصف الحادي عشر، أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم في حلقة متجددة من درس على الهواء. هذه الحلقة مخصصة لمادة اللغة الإنجليزية مهارات. وقتا طيبا وممتعا أتمناه لكم، ونبدأ درسنا على بركة الله. Dear students, our lesson today is divided into two main parts. In the first one, we are going to write a description of people. We are going to learn how to write a descriptive piece of writing, an essay. And in the second part, we are going to deal more with reading, and we will read for guest and detail. So let's start our first part. As you notice here on the screen, we have this piece of writing. This is actually an essay written by Katy. She is describing herself and some of her feature of her personality, and we will consider this as a model for us, and we can call it as a final outcome, which we are going to imitate and consider it as a model. And at the end of this part, I hope that we are going to write as same as this essay. We are going to analyze it. We are going to study it in depth so that we can know the main and the important elements that we want to focus on. So now I want you to take a sheet of paper and pay attention to the information I will give you today, and inshallah at the end of this lesson you will be able to write a well-planned and organized descriptive essay. So let's start with this essay, but before we go into the steps I prepared, in addition to the writing of description, also we are asked to add some relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are pronouns, and we use normally pronouns when we want to refer to nouns. So instead of saying, for example, Ali and Ahmed, and keep mentioning them all the time in the text, we say he, we say who, we say that, and so on. So our pronouns are called relative here. And examples of these relative pronouns, who. We use who for people, to refer to people. We use which to refer to animals, things, and so on. Also, we have the word where. It's used for place. When is used for time. Also, we have that, which refers to to people, to animals, and to things. So let's start reading the text, and then answering the questions, and then analyzing the essay. So complete Katy's profile, circle the correct options. Hi, I am Katy. I'm really sociable and love meeting new people. I ask lots of questions. Which and who? We have two options, and the correct option here is which, because we are talking about questions, and questions are things. So, which makes people think I am nosy? This isn't true at all. I am just. We have very and we have a bit. What do you think is the correct answer here? Very interested in everyone, or a bit interested in everyone? The correct answer here is what? Is very. I'm just very interested in everyone. Okay, the second one. I am a lot or very good at sport. The answer is what? Very. We don't use a lot with good, so we don't say I am a lot good. I am very good at sport, especially basketball. In the area that or where I live, there isn't a girls' team. So which one is the correct option here? Is it that or where? The answer is where. Why? Because we are talking about a place. So she is mentioning the area where she lives or where she lives. Okay, let's move on. So I have to get up early at weekends and travel across town. My sister, we have here whose and we have which. Favorite hobbies are tennis and drama. So which one is the correct one? The correct one here is whose. My sister, whose favorite hobbies. Whose is used for talking about possessions. Things belongs to people or animals. So my sister, whose favorite hobbies. So the hobbies of her sister are tennis and drama. Thinks I am mad, but it's great fun and I don't mind the early mornings. Apart from sport, I like listening to music and reading. My favorite time of the day is, so we have when and we have where. Which is the correct answer here? The correct answer is when. Because what? Because we are talking about time. So when is used for time. When I come home from school, I go up to my room, which that is calm and peaceful. So which one is the correct one here? Which or that, because we are talking about room. And room here is a thing. Actually, both are acceptable because that also is used to refer to things. But the most appropriate one in this case is what is which. Because which is specified only for things and animals. So put on an MP3 and relax on my bed. I'm not a messy person, so it's usually clean and tidy. And I stay there until my mom calls me for my dinner. On other thing, I am. So we have quite, we have very interested in science. So the correct answer in this case is what? Is very. So on the other thing, or one other thing, I am very interested in science. I really enjoy watching documentaries about the universe. Okay? So just to make sure that you are following me, this is the answer of this question. Now let's move to the main part of our lesson today. And now we are going to follow 3 steps in order to reach the end of this part, and we are able to write a well-planned and organized descriptive essay. In the first step, we are going to learn how is the structure or how is the layout of the piece of writing that we are going to write. And then the second one, we are going to learn how to plan to write such writing. And finally, we will start writing the essay. So let's start having a look at the structure of an essay. So I want you to concentrate very well and get the idea of this explanation. Okay? I hope it's clear on the screen now. So I want you to look at this one. Let's consider it, or let's imagine that this is an essay, and these lines or dots are the sentences of the essay. Here we have a title. Of course, any essay should have a title. And this is the whole piece of writing here is an essay. So we call it an essay. Now, what is an essay? An essay is a set of paragraphs or a group of paragraphs. If you notice that we have here, in this case, 4 paragraphs. This is number 1, and this is number 2, and this is number 3, and this is number 4. So an essay is a group of paragraphs. Now, what is a paragraph? A paragraph is also a group of what? Of sentences. We can notice here in this paragraph, for example, that we have a sentence here, we have dot, full stop, then we have another sentence here, we have full stop. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentences. It depends on the length that you want your paragraph to be in, okay? And how much you want to describe your idea. One main important point here in this stage, you have to know that the paragraph should talk about one idea only. Remember this. Each paragraph has one idea only, not more than one idea. So in this paragraph, you will have one idea. In this paragraph, you will have one idea. The third, the fourth. In each paragraph, you will have one idea. So don't talk about 2 main ideas in the same paragraph. This is not the good paragraph or the good essay that you should write, okay? So remember this very well. Now, these paragraphs which are found in the essay have names. For example, your name is Ali, your name is Fatima, and so on. Now you have names, cities have names, most of our things or the things in the world have names. Also, these paragraphs have names. For example, the first one, the first paragraph in the essay is called an introduction. And the last paragraph in the essay is called what? Is called conclusion. Now, the paragraphs in between, I mean between the introduction and between the conclusion, are called bodies, the main bodies. Now imagine that we have a fish, like this for example. Here we have the head. The head here is what? Is the introduction. Tail here is what? Is a conclusion. And here the main body of the fish. So it is as same as the structure of the fish. Okay, now let's analyze the paragraph. The paragraph consists of several sentences, as we mentioned, but it has 2 types of sentences. The first one is called topic sentence, and the topic sentence, I wrote it here in red color to distinguish it. And by the way, the topic sentence can be found at the beginning of the paragraph, can be found in the middle of the paragraph, and also it can be found at the end of the paragraph. But here, just to make it simple for you, I put it at the beginning of the paragraph. So this is the first type of sentences that the paragraph has. So topic sentence. What do you mean by topic sentence? It is the sentence which describes the main idea directly. So you mention the main idea, the idea that you want to discuss, that you want to write about in this paragraph, which includes the main idea. Now, the rest or the other sentences which follow this one, which are found also in the same paragraph, are called supporting sentences. These sentences support what? Support the topic sentence, support the main idea. So in these supporting sentences, we add extra information, we add extra examples, we add statistics, we add examples, we add stories, we add many things in order to support our idea that we mentioned in the topic sentence. Let's say that we are talking about the advantages of a mobile phone. So in this paragraph, you have to only talk about the advantages of a mobile phone, only. Okay, and then you will say, for example, I'm going to talk about, I'll write about the advantages of a mobile phone, and then in the supporting sentences, you will mention what are these advantages, and this is a kind of support to your claim, because you have to justify your opinion. Okay, so this is the main structure or layout of our essay. I wish it is clear and you've got the idea of this one. Just I will summarize it in 1 minute. This whole page is called an essay. An essay consists of several or many paragraphs. A paragraph is a set of sentences. There are 2 types of sentences in each paragraph. The first one is topic sentence. The others are called supporting sentences. How many paragraphs do we have in an essay? It depends on you. You want to write 4 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, 5 paragraphs. It is up to you to decide this. Depends on your topic and the depth that you want to go into this topic. Now, after we finish the first step or this step, let's go back to the text or to the descriptive essay which was written by Kathy, so that we can analyze it and see if it follows the structure that we have explained earlier. Now, how many paragraphs do we have here? We have 1 paragraph. This is the 2nd paragraph. This is the 3rd paragraph, and this is the 4th paragraph. Okay, so we call this an essay. And this is a descriptive essay because Kathy has described her personality or her personality. So, for example, now let's analyze this paragraph. As we mentioned, that we have 2 types of sentences, the topic sentence and supporting sentences. Now, where is the topic sentence in this case? So, hi, I am Kathy. I am really sociable and love meeting new people. So, this is the topic sentence. So, she is describing herself as a sociable person and loving person. She loves to meet new people. Now, in order to elicit this idea, to explain it more, to give more examples about this, she mentioned the supporting sentences. So here we have one idea. She will talk about how sociable she is, and then she will mention some examples. So she will say what? For example, I ask lots of questions, which makes people think I am nosy. So she asks more questions. This is a very clear sign that she is a sociable person. She likes to talk to people. She asks people. This isn't true at all. I'm just very interested in everyone. She is interested in people, talking to people, meeting people, and so on. So she explains, she gives more examples about this attribute or this adjective. Now, this is the 2nd paragraph that we have. Where is the topic sentence of this paragraph? I am very good at sport, especially basketball. So I am very good at sport. This is the topic sentence. So now, based on this sentence, we know that she is going to talk about sport and how she is interested in sport and what kind of sport she likes and so on. So this is the topic sentence. The rest are what? Supporting sentences. So let's figure out these sentences. In the area where I live, there isn't a girls' team. She's talking about girls' team, and there's no girls' team in her place where she lives. So I have to get up early at weekends and travel across town. My sister, whose favorite hobbies are tennis and drama, thinks I'm mad, but it's great fun and I don't mind the early mornings. All these sentences are here in order to support her first idea, which is I'm very good at sport. She's talking about sport. She's talking about the distance she traveled in order to go to gym and to do her sport. The third paragraph also here, apart from sport, I like listening to music and reading. So this is what? This is the topic sentence of this paragraph. And the rest are what? Supporting sentences. Don't forget this. My favorite time of the day is when I come home from school. I go up to my room, which is calm and peaceful, put on an MP3 and relax on my bed. MP3, listening to music. I'm not a messy person, so it's usually clean and tidy. I stay there until my mom calls me for my day. So she spent a lot of time listening to music, staying in her room, reading. So she is also talking about the idea that she likes listening to music and reading. In the last paragraph, one other thing, I am very interested in science. This is the topic sentence. The sentence conveys the main idea. I really enjoy, now she is giving more explanation. I really enjoy watching documentaries about the universe. Okay, so she gives more extra information about how she is interested in science. So now we want to write as same as this descriptive essay, and we will try to follow these elements. Now we have covered the first step, which is the structure of an essay, descriptive essay. Now let's move to the second part, which is what? Which is planning. How can we plan? How can we plan in order to write a good essay? So I want you to focus on this. Whether you can use a table like this, as it is clear on the screen, you can use a mind map. It's up to you. You can, for example, do like this. Do a circle here, write the topic that you want to write about. Here you can write about one adjective, then the second adjective, then the third adjective. It depends on how many adjectives or how many features you want to talk about yourself. Okay, let's say that we want to talk about, for example, four adjectives. Okay, so you will write here, for example, let's change the color here. Let's say that you will add here the topic sentence. You will write something about the topic sentence. Here you will write extra information, which are what? Supporting sentences. Okay, here in the same case, and here also, and you will end up with a well-planned structure. Okay, or you can use this one, the table strategy, which I use here because it's very organized one. So here in this column, you will write your adjectives, the things that you want to describe about yourself. Okay, Since we have here, notice here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adjectives. It means we have 5 ideas. So it means what? It means what? Think about it. Good. It means that we are going to write 5 paragraphs, because we said that in each paragraph you have to write about one idea only. Okay. Example. This is what? This is the topic sentence. This is the topic sentence that you will write in order to describe your idea. For example, here, the first one, extrovert, which means sociable. The topic sentence of this paragraph will be what? I'm sociable and go out with my friends a lot. Okay? Now we need extra information. We need more examples, or maybe like short episodes or stories or something like this. So we will add what? Extra information, and we call them what? Do you remember? We call them supporting sentences. We call them what? Supporting sentences. So adding to this topic sentence, we wrote here what? I like talking to people, finding out about them. So here we have extra information. Okay, the second one is funny. This is an idea. This is an idea that we can write in a paragraph. Then we have here a topic sentence. Good at telling jokes. People laugh at them. Okay, we add extra information. My friends who go to the same school as me say I am funny. Here we have very messy, not tidy. There are lots of clothes on my bedroom floor. Okay, so it means that Jim is not tidy. More examples, supporting sentences. I don't like tidying my room. You have to know here that you don't have to write everything in this plan. No, just write sentences or statements that comes on your mind, and then later on when you start writing the actual one, you can add whatever it comes on your mind. Okay, so here now we are only planning. We are planning for our essay, for our descriptive essay. Okay, and then you can do the same thing here and here till you reach the number of paragraphs that you want to include in your essay. Now this is found in the book, page 23 in your workbook. He wants us to make notes about your personality, choose adjectives, and write down ideas for each adjective. Use the example above to help you. So this is a model for us. Now we will do our own example. I wrote this. I make it simple, okay, so that you can follow. Now this is, as we mentioned, this is the second step that we are in now. Let's imagine that Ahmed is writing about himself. Okay, so the personality or the adjective, he will talk about adjectives that he will talk about. The first one is what? Kind. He is kind. Number 2, he is practical. Number 3, he is what? He is shy. Okay, again we have 3 what? We have 3 ideas. Okay, since we have 3 ideas, it means that we are going to write 3 paragraphs. Example, this is the topic sentence. This is the topic sentence. Kind, I help people. extra information, which is supporting sentence. I helped my sister to finish her school project on time. Okay. The second attribute, he's practical. I'm good at fixing things. And the extra information we'll add to this topic sentence is, I changed 2 broken lights in my room last week. And the third one, shy. He's shy. I'm not sociable. I don't like to go out with my friends. This is the topic sentence. So here we have more extra information. I spend most of my time in my room reading my favorite stories. So till here we reach the end of the second step, which is planning. So the first one was structure of the essay. The second one, how we plan to write an essay. Now let's move to the third and last step here, which is writing. Okay, so we will write all this information found in this plan here. We will write it now here. Okay. Let's start with the first paragraph. Here we have 4 paragraphs because we have conclusion here. And the conclusion normally is very short because it summarizes the main idea of the whole essay. Okay, hi, I am Ahmed. So remember, we are trying to imitate the first essay, which was written by Kathy. So hi, I am Ahmed. I am really kind and I love people. Okay, so this is number 1, kind and help people. I love people. Recently, I helped my sister to finish her project on time. She has got good marks. I was very happy for her. Notice that this sentence is not written in the plan. Okay, so we added this one when we started writing this one. Okay, so this is the first paragraph. This is the topic sentence, and these are the rest one are what? Supporting sentences. The second paragraph, in addition, so you have to add more words, adverbs, you add adjectives, you add more detail to the simple structure of the basic structure of the sentence. I'm quite similar to my father, who is practical and good at fixing things. So this is the topic sentence of our paragraph. Then we added, I changed 2 lights, which were. Notice here that we started adding what? Relative pronouns. Remember this. Which were broken in my room without any help from others. Okay? The third paragraph, here we have. One other thing, I am very shy. This is the topic sentence of this paragraph. And then the other sentences are called supporting sentences. I keep repeating all these things in order to understand and in order to follow me and to memorize all this information, because they are very important if you want to end up with a clear and well-planned and organized essay, especially when you prepare yourself for an examination. I'm not sociable. I don't like to go out with my friends when they decide to go for shopping. I spend most of my time reading my favorite stories in my room. And the last paragraph we have here, all in all, I'm happy with my personality. Okay, I wish that you understood the steps that we follow. And finally, you will be able, if you follow these steps, to understand, to know the structure of the essay that you are going to write, and you are able to plan very well and to have like a kind of brainstorm, writing your ideas on papers, and then organizing your ideas, writing the idea, to know the idea that you want to talk about, to know the topic sentence that you will put the idea in, and then you have examples, you have extra information, you have stories to add in order to support and strengthen your main idea, which is in the topic sentence. And then you start writing. After you finish writing your descriptive essay, I want you to take it to your teachers and show it to them in order to give you the feedback. Also, you can share it with your friends and try to discuss it and get also the feedback from your friends. From your mistakes, you will learn. Don't hesitate to start writing, because if you don't start writing, you will not be able to be a good writer. You have to write. There is no problem to commit errors, to make mistakes. This is life, and this is how we learn in this life. And finally, after you get the feedback from a friend or from a teacher, try to edit your piece of writing. It means correct the spelling if you have spelling mistakes, correct the structure of the sentence if you have a problem in it, or the prepositions, or any kind of mistakes that can be happened in paragraphs or in an essay. Now, this is the end of our first part in this lesson, and now we are going to start the second part, which is about reading. So let's move on, and I want you to open your book, page number 24, your student's book. You will have these two questions in order to make you think. How's your memory? Do you have a good memory, or do you forget things easily? So think about it. Do you have a good memory? Do you remember things easily? Do you remember names? Do you remember the ways to places? Do you remember numbers? Do you remember the things that you have already studied one day before or 1 week before, or what? What do you do when you want to remember something important? What do you want if you have, for example, an important meeting, or, for example, you are going to have a test and you need to study more information? You study the book. So what are the strategies that you use in order to remember things? These are things we are going to cover today. So just follow me here. And the same page, the question 2, look at the photos in the article. What do they show, and how do they improve memory? Then 3, read the text, compare your answers to exercise 2 with what it says in the text. We have 4 photos, and we are asked to know how these photos, or how these things in the photo can improve our memory. Here we have what in this one? We can see that we have a picture, we have color for shape or decoration or something. So how can such thing improve your memory? Here we have a sleeping man is sleeping. So it shows that maybe sleeping is very important for our brain. Here we have a plate of food, we have fish, and here we have a man exercising and doing sport. So just think about it. How are these things are important for our memory and our brain? And if you go to the text, you will find the answer here in this part. Starting from here, to do this. To do this, you need to keep your brain in good shape. Eat plenty of brain food, such as fish oils. Now, we know why they give us a photo of fish and fruit and vegetables. Okay, so this is called brain food. This food is very important and beneficial and very healthy for your brain. So if you eat fish oils, if you eat more fruit, if you eat vegetables, your memory will be good. And vegetables, okay. Laughter and friendships also stimulate your brain. Have fun with your friends and decorate your room with humorous cartoons, happy photos, and fun objects. Put one on your desk too. Also, don't forget to exercise. Okay, so this is about having photos, colorful photos, having fun with friends, okay? And then don't forget to what? To exercise, to do sport, to play. Physical activity, okay? Physical activity pumps blood and oxygen to the brain. So do some sport or just move around a lot in the house. So this will help your brain to work effectively. Finally, get plenty of sleep. This is regarding sleep. This will make your memories grow stronger because brain works very well and organize the information, process it, and take it from the short-term memory to the long-term memory when you are in rest. So after getting good sleep, you will get up and you will find out that this information that you have studied before sleep were organized and put on good places so that you can recall them, you can remember them anytime you need them. Okay, we'll come back also to this text again, but we need to have other questions. Find words and expressions in the text with similar meanings to each of these words. So here we have funny, we have imagine, we have observation, we have pulse. I put these pictures to help you to figure out the meaning of these words. Okay, so funny, imagine, observation, and pulse. If you go here, you will find funny and you will find the word humorous. Okay, so humorous means funny. Pulse, pumps. Okay, so this is the answer. Observation, perception. This is the one here. And imagine, and this is picture. And by the way, imagine is a verb, and picture here is a verb. It's not a noun. Picture the ID card as the body of an animal or something like this. So picture here is a verb. So sometimes the same word has different meanings if it has different parts of speech. Okay, so this is regarding number 4. Number 5, look at the words in red. The text, what or who do they refer to? Here we have words in red, as you notice here. Now we want to know to whom it refers. So let's erase this a little bit to make it clear for you. Okay, now we'll start with the first one. Here we have. its. Its here, they are pronouns, by the way. It refers to a simple object. So think of a simple object as a piece of chalk, for example. Are you remembering its name? Its name. Name of what? Name of the simple object. Okay, the second one, there. There refers to what? To the short-term memory. A new connections goes into your short-term memory. It's stored there for about 30 seconds. There, short-term memory, in the short-term memory. Okay? Having a good memory means making lots of connections and storing them. Storing them. Storing what? Storing these connections. Because information is connected to each other, and the cells are connecting to each other in order to make new paths in your brain. To do this, to do what? To do storing your, the connections in your long-term memory, in order that this information will be transferred to the long-term memory in your brain. Now we have put one. Put one what? Have fun with your friends and decorate your room with humorous cartoons, happy photos, and fun objects. So, happy photo or fun object. Okay, this is the one that you are asked to put on your desk. Okay, we have here this. This will make your memories grow stronger. Something will make your memories grow stronger. What is this? Having or getting plenty of sleep. Okay, you notice that all nouns which are referred to are coming before the pronoun. So, like this, here. And finally, we have the word it here. To remember something specific, use your imagination to create visual associations. It may sound crazy, okay, but it's fun. It means what? For example, you need to take a pencil. You have a pencil. For example, this is the pencil. We have pencil. A rubber. Your ID card. And snack to your next exam. Snacks means food, like this one. Now, snacks to your exam. Picture the ID card as the body of an animal. For example, like this, body of an animal. The pencil is long neck. This is the pencil. Long neck. And the rubber, it's head, and this is the rubber. Okay, and then you have what? Long neck, rubber is head. Your animal is hungry, so you need to give him a food. So if you do like this, it means that you picture something in your mind, and it makes it easy for you to remember. So it refers to the use of imagination to create visual connections. We have reached the end of the lesson. I want you just to look at this question as a homework and try to answer it at home.